Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading, and welcome back to another trade recap video. Not only am I going to go over my trades that I took today on the S&P 500 futures, I'm also going to go over the SPY and where I see the possibility for this, market going before it's going to run into some real trouble. Now, today coming in, we saw a very nice day. Very nice buying pressure, just going straight up. And until now, it started to sell off. We actually saw this yesterday around 1 o'clock. The SPY started to sell off a little bit. This is a pretty decent sized drop, about 2 points from the high, but we grinded up basically the entire way. And what I traded was the micro E mini and made $255 scalping this. Scalping the move started in the pre-market and right here. Sorry about that. And traded right here, had a nice trade on this drop, and then took a trend line trade here. When we broke trend, I took a trade the other way. Just, while we're on it, I might as well just show the trades where I got in, where I got out. This is where I got in right as the market opened. We were at highs at that point. So, thinking that I can get some profit taking off the open is that trade. And a lot of times the market likes to come back and retest that 9 o'clock low. For whatever reason, the market likes to touch these areas before it continues. So, being at the open at not all-time highs, but at daily highs, that was my conviction for taking that trade short. And this was a really, really nice trade. Ended up taking over 13, just about 13 points or so, just over that, which is a huge move on the futures. So took that. The break of this low is what I was looking for and ended up getting it right here. I didn't hold, as much as I probably should have, but a quick scalp nonetheless. And then this right here, trend line bounce, pulled back, took the trade long, got out before the market started to roll over. Right here, got a little scalp here. Could have held it a little longer, but now we're back to my entry. We're over my entry. So it looks like as far as the day goes, the trend for the day could have just changed. So now you're making lower highs, lower lows, another lower low. And will this be your lower high? It would make sense to me because that's where you had this area here as support. Saw support here, it broke under it, came back to it, and now is starting to sell off a little bit more. Could have taken quick scalps here. This is the type of stuff, and this is how I trade. I'm just trading on technicals, and the only indicator I use other than technical analysis is the VWAP. A lot of times this will bounce off of VWAP. It'll have trouble at VWAP. Now this is a grinding higher type of day, so VWAP will not really help you out when you're in one of those grinding higher days. The best way to do it is know what times you're trading, what happens at certain times. And we've seen this again and again in the afternoon, especially on a day when you're up huge. You've seen some of this type of sell-offs. It's not really a sell-off. It's more profit taking. There's nothing wrong with this right here. But that's basically how I made this 255. And in the pre-market, this trade right here. It wasn't much. It was a quick scalp off of this bounce off the trend line. Got a quick bounce, took my profits. So this is in and out. This is in and out in a minute on these scalps. So now something I want to show you guys on the S&P 500, which I use the SPY to look at. Looking at where we've come from pre-coronavirus, which was 337 on the SPY, all the way up to 479. At this point, I mean, you got to realize at a certain point here, valuations are going to start to matter. So, you know, the best thing that we can do is looking at it right here from the start of the year. Looking at it from the start of the year, we have a resistance trend line right here that, you know, where price is coming into. So price is coming back into what was support may now be resistance. So that could be why, you know, we hit a high here of just about 29 and pulled back a little bit. That could be part of that resistance that you see. We could chop around here for a little while. And then you have the 20 EMA here at 433.84. And then you have this trend line here, which has been resistance all year long. All year long, we've been making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and this is a lower low. This is a closing low of the year here at about 416. On this day here, we closed at 421, and on this day here, we closed at 428. So we're making lower lows, and the lower high that I would look at would be in this zone right here. So that could be a good area to take a low risk swing trade on puts. You know, even though we're up 100 points here, you know, you have to start thinking for the following days. Don't just get wrapped up into this really bullish day, which is great to see. But, you know, this is not a great looking candle to me. We're going into resistance here. So the only thing I do have to say is whenever we've sold off like this, look, this sell off here, we've had some pretty big gap ups. The next day it held, and then we sold off even more, bounced here, same thing, sold off, and then you're getting a bounce here into resistance. So the bounce is not, you know, wasn't hard to believe. That was not out of the question. You don't just go straight down forever. There's always going to be these bounces. We call them, you know, dead cat bounces when the market is bearish like this. And that could be what this is. I'm just here to show you what I look at. And I like to look at the longer time frame. And then I get into the, you know, the 1 day, 1 minute charts and do my scalping as I go. So that's it, guys, for me. A nice day. $255 coming in. Let's see where the market's going right now. Really, that could have been a nice trade there. And we'll see what happens. We'll see where we finish. It's only 2 o'clock. There's still 2 more hours left. So that's it. 255 for me. I'm shutting it down. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up for me. If you're new, subscribe. And I will see you back on the next one. Take care, guys.